The Middle East, a region synonymous with volatility, was once again thrown into turmoil by a brazen attack on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's residence. The perpetrators? Hezbollah, the Iran-backed militant group with a history of clashing with Israel. This audacious strike, though causing no casualties, sent shockwaves through Israel and raised the spectre of a full-blown conflict. Israel, vowing a forceful response, immediately pointed the finger at Iran, accusing Tehran of orchestrating the attack. The incident has brought Israeli-Iranian tensions to a fever pitch, leaving the world anxiously anticipating the next move. The attack on Netanyahu's home was not just an assault on a physical structure. It was a symbolic strike against the heart of Israeli power. The audacity of the attack, carried out despite Israel's sophisticated security apparatus, has shaken the Israeli public and ignited calls for swift retribution. Netanyahu, known for his hawkish stance, is now under immense pressure to respond decisively, further escalating the already precarious situation. This attack has become a litmus test for both Netanyahu's leadership and Israel's deterrence capabilities. The attack has also exposed the vulnerability of civilian targets in the region, despite high levels of security. The fact that a high-profile target like Netanyahu's residence could be infiltrated raises serious questions about the effectiveness of existing security measures. This incident will likely lead to a significant security overhaul in Israel, with increased surveillance and protection for key government officials and installations. The attack serves as a stark reminder that in the volatile landscape of the Middle East, even the most fortified targets remain susceptible to attack. Iran, for its part, has vehemently denied any involvement in the attack. Tehran dismissed the accusations as baseless, accusing Israel of fabricating the incident to justify future aggression against Iran and its allies in the region. This denial, however, has done little to quell the rising tensions. Israel, unconvinced by Iran's claims of innocence, remains resolute in its belief that Tehran, directly or indirectly, green-lighted the attack. The chasm between the two narratives underscores the deep mistrust and animosity that have characterized the Israeli-Iranian relationship for decades. The attack sent ripples of unease through global markets. The spectre of a wider conflict in the Middle East, a region crucial for global energy supplies, triggered immediate concerns about oil price shocks. Stock markets, particularly those in the region, tumbled as investors, fearing instability, rushed to sell off assets. The incident served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of global markets and the potential for regional conflicts to reverberate far beyond their geographical boundaries. The attack has also dealt a blow to Iran's already fragile economy. The threat of Israeli retaliation, coupled with the potential for renewed sanctions, has rattled investors and further isolated Iran from the global financial system. The Iranian rial plunged to new lows against the US dollar, exacerbating the economic hardships faced by ordinary Iranians. The attack has underscored the precariousness of Iran's economic situation and the high cost of its regional ambitions. Israel, with its formidable military capabilities, has a range of options at its disposal to retaliate against the attack. One option is a direct military strike on Iranian military installations or nuclear facilities. Such a move, however, carries significant risks. It could trigger a wider conflict, drawing in other regional actors and potentially engulfing the entire Middle East in a devastating war. The international community, acutely aware of the potential for catastrophic consequences, has urged Israel to exercise restraint. Another option for Israel is to target Hezbollah assets in Lebanon. Israel has previously launched airstrikes against Hezbollah positions in Syria, and it could adopt a similar approach in Lebanon. However, striking targets in Lebanon carries the risk of civilian casualties, which could further inflame the situation and draw international condemnation. Israel would need to carefully weigh the potential benefits against the risks of escalation before taking such a step. Israel could also opt for a more covert approach, employing cyber attacks to disrupt Iran's critical infrastructure, such as its power grid or financial systems. Cyber attacks offer the advantage of deniability, and can inflict significant damage without triggering a full-blown military confrontation. Israel has a sophisticated cyber warfare capability and has previously used cyber attacks to target Iranian assets. Future attacks. Section 6. Global tremors and the need for restraint. The escalating tensions between Israel and Iran have sent shockwaves through the international community. World leaders have expressed deep concern over the potential for a wider conflict and have urged both sides to exercise restraint. The Middle East, already a tinderbox of geopolitical rivalries, can ill afford another major conflagration. A full-blown war between Israel and Iran would have devastating consequences, not only for the region but for the entire world. The conflict also threatens to derail international efforts to revive the Iran nuclear deal. The attack and the subsequent escalation have hardened positions on both sides, making a diplomatic solution more elusive. The collapse of the nuclear deal would be a major setback for global non-proliferation efforts and could lead to a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. In this volatile climate, restraint and diplomacy are paramount. Both Israel and Iran must resist the urge to escalate the situation further and instead seek ways to de-escalate tensions. The international community has a crucial role to play in facilitating dialogue and finding a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The stakes are simply too high to allow this crisis to spiral out of control.